Okay, good day, everyone. My name is Teacher Jennifer Martinez. So I will be your teacher for Fundamental English. Okay, so let's get started. Let me share to you my screen. Okay. So for our today's lesson, so we will be discussing about British and American English. Okay, so do you know the differences between British and American English? Okay, so let us answer the question. So do you know any differences between British and American English? So today I will be testing your skills with the pre-test and the post-test exercises, and then we will be discussing some explanation to help you identify them. Okay, so kindly look on the following sentences. So, do you know which sentences are more typical British or American English? So, let's identify them. Okay, let's try to read number one. Shall I open the door for you? Number two, he's taking a shower. Number three, France have won the World Cup. Number four, I'm not hungry, I just ate. Okay, so which is American, which is British English? Okay, so let us do the pre-test. Are the sentences more typical of British or American English? So let's start with number one. Shall we go for a walk? Okay, so what is your answer? Very good. It's British English. Number two. My computer isn't working. I haven't gotten anything done. Very good. It's American English. Number three. Can I get you a coffee? Very good. American English. Number four. His family live in Helsinki. British English. Number five. We'll have a break at 11. British English. Okay. Number six. She's got behind with her work recently. British English. Number seven. Did you eat yet? Very good. American English. And number eight. The children are having a bath. Okay, it's British English. Okay, so how did you know them? How did you identify them? How did you know that a sentence is in British English or American English? Okay, so let me explain to you the following guidelines, or how could you identify or determine whether a sentence is in British English or American English. First, okay, so we have to know if the sentence is in present perfect or past simple. So, in British English, people use the present perfect to speak about a past action that they consider relevant to the present. The present perfect can be used in the same way in American English, but people often use the past simple when they consider the action finished. So this is especially common with the adverbs already, just, and yet. Okay, so let us see the difference. We have British English. He isn't hungry. He has already had lunch. Okay, so this one is in present perfect. While in American English, he isn't hungry. He already had lunch. Okay, so he already had lunch is in past simple. Okay. Have you done your homework yet? For British English, while in American English, did you do your homework yet? It's in past simple. Yes, I've just finished it. While American English, yes, I just finished it. Okay, so present perfect and past simple. Okay, next, the verb, past participle of the verb got and gotten. Okay, so in British English, the past participle of the verb get is got. In American English, people say gotten. Okay, so note that have got is commonly used in both British and American English to speak about possession or necessity. So have gotten is not correct here. Okay, British English, you could have got hurt. While American English, you could have gotten hurt. He's got very thin. He's gotten very thin. She has got serious about her career. She has gotten serious about her career. Okay, so for our note, so got is commonly used in both British and American English. Have you got any money? We've got to go now. Have you got any money? So same, we've got to go now. Not have you gotten. Okay, did you understand? Okay, next, let's proceed. We have verb forms with collective nouns. So in British English, a singular or plural verb can be used with a noun that refers to a group of people or things, or a collective noun. We use a plural verb when we think of group as individuals, or a singular verb when we think of the group as a single unit. In American English, a singular verb is used with collective nouns. Okay, so try to remember, in British English, it could be singular or plural verb that could be used in a noun or in a collective noun. While in American English, it is a singular verb used with collective nouns. So note that police is always followed by a plural verb. Okay, so British English, my family are visiting from Pakistan. My family is visiting from Pakistan. Okay, so that's in American English. My team are winning the match for British English. My team is winning the match. Okay, so American English. The crew are on the way to the airport. The crew is on the way to the airport. Okay, so the collective nouns used are family, team, and crew. Okay, but okay, for police, so police is always followed by a plural verb. So the plural verb used, the police are investigating the crime. So same with both British and American English. Okay, did you understand? Okay, very good. Next, let's the use of have and take. So in British English, the verbs have and take are commonly used with nouns like bath, shower, wash to speak about washing, and with nouns like break, holiday, rest to speak about resting. In American English, only the verb take and not the verb have is used this way. Okay, so British English, I'm going to have or take a shower. Okay, so both could be used. I'm going to take a shower. So that is American English. Let's have a break. Let's take a break. So that is British English. American English, let's take a break. Okay, clear? Next, the use of shall. In British English, people often use shall I. So what does it mean? To offer to do something, or shall we, to make a suggestion. It is very unusual for speakers of American English to use shall. So they normally use an alternative like should, I, or can I, or do you want, would you like, or how about instead. So British English, it's hot in here. Shall I open the window? So, okay, you are offering to do something. So American English, it's hot in here. Can I open the window? Okay, so instead of shall, the alternative use, a word use is can. Shall we meet in the cafe at 5? British English. For American, do you want to meet in the cafe at 5? Okay, so we use do you want. Shall we try that again? Okay, for American English, how about we try that again? Okay, so did you understand? Okay, very good. Okay, so we're done with the use of the words to be used or the tenses to be used to identify British or American English. Okay, so we will be doing the same thing from the pre-test to the post-test, but we have changed the sentences. Okay, so let's identify them once again. Number 1, they haven't gotten home yet. Okay, so what should be the answer, British or American? Very good, American. So how did you know? Okay, from the past participle word, verb gotten. Okay, very good. Shall we get takeaway for lunch today? So this one is offering something. British English, very good. With, okay, the verb, modal verb shall. Okay, shh. The kids are having a nap. Okay, so what is this? British English. Okay, very good. Did you have a piece of cake yet? Okay, so this is in American English. Okay, because it is in the past simple. They're not going to the movies. They already saw the film. Okay, American English. Yes, okay, because of the word already. Okay, so they already saw the film. This is in past simple. Okay, past action. Number 6, Liverpool have won the match. Okay, so this one is in British English. Do you want to take a break now? Very good. It's in American English. Okay, so the word take is used. The restaurants got really expensive. British English. Okay, so that's all for today. So did you understand our lesson? The differences between British and American English. Okay, so to summarize, so we could identify them through present perfect tense and past simple tense. Then the word, we could try to look at the verb got, past participle verb got and gotten. Then also the word shall, the use of have and take. Okay, so we could identify them through those words and tenses. Okay, thank you so much. That's all for today. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much.